A troubled veteran's plea for help on Twitter was answered last night by a Hollywood icon who may have saved his life. That veteran wrote, "I'm on Twitter every day. I retweet all the time, but this is the first tweet I've ever written. I'm a veteran. I love America. I'm going to kill myself tonight. I've lost everything. I have nobody. Nobody cares. I'm in a parking lot with my dog and everything I own. Bye." His tweet was answered almost immediately by actor James Woods, who wrote, "Tell me where you are," followed by this. "Think about this. A lot of vets, I understand, have come to where you are tonight, and if you could just push this decision off tonight, at least maybe you would also inspire another vet to seek help. You could save another man, too, by waiting to do this." Woods got in touch with the local police where the man lived, who eventually found him. He is now safe and unharmed, and he does not wish to be contacted, and he is safe, as we know, tonight. This story strikes a nerve with a lot of people, including our friend Karl Rove, who has been through a similar situation with his own family. He recently wrote an op-ed titled "My Mom's Suicide Was Preventable." And Karl joins me now with his untold story. Karl, good to have you here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
You wrote that piece, which was so eloquent and so well done, after Kate Spade and Anthony Bourdain took their lives, and we talked about it a bit then. What do you think about that exchange with James Woods?
Well, first of all, thank God the veteran found the courage inside himself to say, I'm contemplating this act. And bless James Woods for immediately jumping to, it was a total stranger. But people who find themselves on the edge of taking their life need to know that somebody cares. And that was a powerful message from James Woods. So it's Thanksgiving for both of them. I hope they both realize what a great thing has happened. Greatest gift we have is life. And to contemplate ending the life and to have someone help you realize what that would mean to so many people, really a great moment. God bless James Woods.
We had a guest on once who talks about suicide. He almost took his own life at one point, and he said that of all the people that he spoke to who had also done what he had done, most of them said that they were so glad that they didn't succeed.
Right.
Tell us about your mom.
Well, my mother committed suicide. She'd gone through a second marriage that was not good, and she had lost everything in life. She lost her home. She lost what little money she had, and she came to a rough time in her life. And my sister, my little sister, who was very close to her, they had a meal, and friends had rallied, and somebody said, "Here's a place where you can live," and somebody said, "Well, I got a used car you're welcome to have." And there was a feeling, of optimism about, being able to come out of this. And the next day she committed suicide. And it's a reminder that this is, if you talk about it, and if people are going through a rough patch like that, or they're abusing alcohol and drugs, and they're in intense, sort of abrupt relationships, or they're erratic and particularly aggressive, there are lots of signs of people who are contemplating this. And the best, and talking about it, a lot of people talk about it and nobody acts. But the most important thing we need to do is remove the stigma of saying, I am in a very dark place and I need help. And my mother was not able to ask for help or seek help. But that was a different time. I mean, today, perhaps she wouldn't have died because somebody might have identified it, and a lot of people can be helped with their depression or their bipolar condition with drugs. But it's something that touches far more people than most Americans imagine. After I wrote that piece in June, I cannot tell you, for the next 5 or 6 weeks, I'd be traveling through an airport and somebody come up to me and say, "Thanks for writing about it. I had a suicide in my family. My brother committed suicide, my mother, my father." And we as a society really need to focus on this, because these are, I mean, every life is precious, and the loss of life that we see in suicides, like the veterans. Veterans commit suicide at about a rate half again as large as the rest of America. And so if people want to do something about it, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention has an excellent website. There's also great information on the website of the National Suicide Lifeline. And God bless James Woods. Happy Thanksgiving to him.
Karl, thanks for sharing your story with us tonight. Good to have you here.
Thanks.
And good advice and good ways to get help. That's our story for tonight.